to put it on your hotspot. I'm not too sure. But I didn't know we were starting early, so that's why. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream for the second game for the girls hockey team. They started early and forgot to tell me, so I was a little late starting the live stream, but we are here. Vortex started with a face-off win, brought it into the Essex zone. And Essex will dump it into the Vortex zone. McKindo picks that back up behind her net, tries to put it up the boards for Adams, but it gets over to Barone. Barone tries to get that to the middle. Nobody there to pick it up. That's St. Louis of the Essex Raiders. Puck by Liz Rhodey, given over to Barone. Barone makes a nice move. Barone's got to get onside. She does. Puck gets batted into the Essex zone. Pinned up against the wall. That's Liz Rhodey trying to fight for it. Barone coming in to help. McKindo coming to give some backup. Puck is still up along the wall, thrown towards the net. De Bruin puts it a backhand, and it's covered by Essex. Blown for a face-off. Oh, sorry, I was talking to you. Yeah, perfect. Sorry, I had a job interview in the car.
Yeah, your dad said you were busy.
Face-off won by the Raiders and put down the wall. Meeting the puck on the boards as the Raiders fend with her. Wilson tries to pick up that puck and fire it the other way, but it comes back in a bad bounce. She makes it back and it makes up for it. Puts a stop to that play real quick, but they take the puck right back. Back in the corner, they put it out front. Shot deflected away by Elizabeth Rhodey. De Bruin might have a lane to skate, and she will take it. Taking it up along the wall. Drops it back for Rhodey. Rhodey gets picked, and the Raiders come back the other way on a 2-on-2. Skating it in, making a move, loses the puck and throws it into the corner. Trying to put it on net, glove saved by Walton. A rebound shot, doesn't go anywhere in the net. Franette picks that puck up along the wall. Shot towards the net, goes wide. Trying for a wraparound, hits off the stick of Walton, goes out towards Franette again. Franette will take that puck, give it over to Adams. Good pass there, and Adams comes out wide. Adams skating it in herself, tries to make a move, but it hits off the skate of an Essex defender. Fighting in the corner for it still, and the whistle gets blown. For head contact.
Head contact on somebody.
On Essex. That is a good reliever for the Vortex as they get a 2-minute power play for head contact. And that Adams line with Walton and Barone will go on the ice to kill it with McKindo and Verbijar on the blue line. Face-off tied up, won by the Vortex. McKindo shot, glove save, but it goes into the pads. Goalie doesn't know where it is. Good shot there from McKindo. Like we were talking about in that first game, when McKindo gets a hold of that puck and she's got a lane, she can fly. If we can get that puck back to her, get it on the net, it's golden. Fish out in front for the rebounds. Face-off on the right side of the Raiders' net. Tied up, but it's won by the Raiders. Taken, put it along the other side of the wall. Kept in by Verbijar. Walton gets a piece of it, puts it into the corner. Essex gets it again, puts it over the other side of the boards. Verbijar tries to give it a kick, but Essex gets a hold of it and clears it. Walton goes out to play it once in a blue moon. McKindo will be the one to pick it up. She'll turn it up the other way, gets it up the ice to Adams. Adam gets a good pickup. Getting a little slash, and she does lose that puck. St. Louis will pick it up, but she'll put it down in the Lorca zone. Circling with it, McKindo looks to take off, and she will. Taking it up the left side. Taking it out wide. Going behind the net. Tries to throw it out front. Gets a stick on it. Trying to get it out of the zone. Coleman will be there to stop it. She bats it off the boards. Nobody there to pick it up, and the Raiders will get it clear. McKindo tries to stop that with her skate. She does get the stop. Gets it up the middle to Barone. Barone skating in with Rhodey. That puck goes into the corner. In case you've missed it, the boys team is currently leading the Leamington Lions 4-0 at the end of the first. A one-on-one coming back the other way against Colnut. They try to beat her out wide. Good defensive play there. Keeps her out. Trying to throw it out front, but Barone's there to stop that from happening. Puts it up top to the blue line. Shot hit off the skate of Barone and goes a little wide, but a good pad save by Walton. A nice move made there by Essex. Puts it out front. Nobody there. Can they keep that puck in? Trying to dish it towards the net. Nothing there. Gets off the skate of Rhodey. Into the corner. Thrown out front. Nothing there. A penalty being called on the Vortex. Nice move made there. Thrown out front. And there goes the whistle. The Vortex will head to the penalty box on a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking, and that'll be number 3, Peyton Colnut. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 13 seconds until the Red Raiders get their guy back and make it a 5-4 game for about a minute 47. St. Louis will be taking the draw for the Raiders, and Elizabeth Rohde taking it for the Vortex. Face-off won by the Vortex, and Rohde will fire it down the other way, but it will be icing as we still have that penalty. Will it die on the way there, though? No, it will not. So it comes back down to the Vista zone. With the face-off coming to the right of Walton's net. Face-off won by the Vortex. De Bruin will look to just take off, taking it up along the wall. She makes a nice move. She does lose the puck in between the Red Raiders' feet. They put it up the wall. They may have something going on here. Nope. McKindo gets that puck over to Verbejar, but a good poke by the Red Raiders keeps that puck in the Vortex zone. Off the wall over towards McKindo on the other side. Gives it out to the Red Raiders, trying to put it up top to the blue line. De Bruin will just get a good smack on it and get that clear. Good play by De Bruin. Puck rolls down into the right corner of the Red Raiders zone. Give it over along the wall. They find a gap. That's Ada St. Louis. Skating it up. Makes a nice move on Verbejar. Puts it down into the corner. Stick-handling with it behind the net. She still remains possession of that puck. Tries to put it up the middle and hits off a skate. De Bruin will pick that up and she'll fire it the other way. Picked off by Avi Ward up at the blue line. Avi Ward will look to take it in herself. A nice stop move there. Taking it up, cutting it out wide. Looking for something to happen. Puts it out towards the front. Nothing there. Shot going towards the net, pad saved by Walton. McKindo will pick it up and she'll fire it the other way. Doesn't go anywhere, and it goes back down to the corner. Verbejar getting pressure from one side down to the corner. Gets put up top at the hash marks. Drop back down below the net. Put out front, nothing there. Rebound opportunity still there. Katie Fournette trying to get rid of that puck, and she does. Fournette giving it a good chase, but the Red Raiders able to bring that back into the Vortex zone with 23 seconds remaining in this penalty. McKindo loses that puck up along the wall, trying to put it out front. Fournette breaks up that opportunity. Stick-handling with it still, puts it up to the blue line. Shot towards the net, blocked by Wilson, and Wilson's able to get that clear. And that should bring us to the end of this penalty on the Vortex, and it will go back to even strength. Colnut going straight onto the ice. Nice move made there by Essex Avi Ward. Puts it into the corner. Colnut racing to go get it. Circling with it still. A nice move there. Almost blows the tire. Throwing it out front, but Colnut meets that puck in its tracks. Trying to get rid of it. Gives Avi Ward a chance to shoot. Blocker saved by Walton. Colnut picks that puck back up. Gives it up to Livy McKindo at the blue line. McKindo doesn't have enough gas to get going. Adams almost able to keep that puck in, but it does come out and they'll have to clear. Adams chasing that puck back in, but the Raiders get it over to the Vortex zone. Shot towards the net, head off the wall, or the Walton pad. McKindo gets a piece of the puck, but the Essex Raiders remain possession of it. Bryn gets a piece of it. Walton, sorry. Trying to turn it up and take it the other way. In comes the Red Raiders. Shot towards the net, pad saved by Walton. A shot attempt from the blue line is blocked by her own player. Adams tries to get that puck up along the wall. She does, but nobody there waiting for it. The Red Raiders looking to get a good pass. Good block by Walton. They take it back in the other way. Good play there by Adams and a glove save by Walton. Brings us to a stoppage of play. Walton has made a couple of good saves this first half of the first period. About 10-15 shots on her. Face-off is tied up and taken by the Vortex. Danica Wilson picks up that puck, but immediately loses it. Essex comes in, shot off the pad, saved by Walton. Rohde tries to throw out of that puck. Trying to get it out of the zone. De Bruin giving some good pressure there. Almost gets rid of that puck. Liz Rohde comes to finish the job. Tipped by the stick of De Bruin, and De Bruin might have a lane to skate. Tries to make a move, loses it, and she'll dump it into the corner. Red Raiders make it to the puck first, but De Bruin makes it to that wall in time. Picks up that puck, gets tripped in the process, nothing called. Throws it towards the net. Oh, it's there, but it goes wide. The opportunity for the rebound was there, but Katie Fournette was just a little far out front. Colnut looking to make a nice move. She makes it loose. Got to get to that puck first. She does, but both players lose the puck in their tracks, and it comes out. Taking it up the other way, the Essex Red Raiders on a one-on-one. Cutting it out way wide, and they lose that puck trying to get the open space. Puck is still put out front, given up top to the Bruin. The Bruin doesn't got a lot of gas left in the tank. Red Raiders behind the Walton net. Stick handling with it, taking it up the circle. Trying to put it out front, but Colnut puts a quick stop to that. Picked up by De Bruin along the right wall. She'll skate it in. Nice move made by De Bruin, but the Red Raiders get a stick on it, break it up. Ada St. Louis picks up that puck coming into the Vista zone. One-on-one against Livia McKindo, and McKindo breaks that one up. Barone coming in on the Essex zone. Makes a nice move. Shot just misses. I think barely catches the post. But what a corner pick by Barone. Got it clear. And Barone skating hard into the corner, trying to get to that puck, trying to get back that chance she just had. Nice move made by the Raiders. Adams keeping track. Puck thrown up the middle of the ice, given back up to center ice, trying to get it over to St. Louis, but it hits off the body, goes wide. Verbijar tries to get that puck out. Hit as she goes down. Adams still fighting for it, but it's picked up by the Red Raiders coming in. Shot attempt. Off. Oh, I thought that went in. That was a weird angle. Giving it up the boards for Barone. Barone getting that puck pinned up against the wall. A nice D-to-D pass, but Walton's there to break it up, get that puck out of the zone. A.V. Ward picks that puck up behind in the Essex zone. Good pressure coming from Barone. Walton trying to get over there. Pass taken away by Adams, but unable to get to it in time as Essex picks it back up. Come back up along the boards. And it's dumped into the Vortex zone. Picked up by McKindo. McKindo gets hit up along the wall. Adams able to finish that clear. She'll come off for a change. On comes Liz Rohde. Good save there to avoid the too many men call. Puck is still up along the wall. Liz Rohde picks it up, and Elizabeth Rohde's got a lane. Looking to cut it up the middle. She puts it towards the net. Glove save by Essex. The Bruin goes down hard in the corner with another player. Liz Rohde picks it up, trying to make something happen. Down low, De Bruin still has that. Gets hit, and she gets the penalty. So the Vortex will have a 2-minute power play after a body checking penalty being assessed to the Red Raiders. And they'll have another opportunity to capitalize on a good opportunity. So on to come capitalize this power play is the Rohde line with Fournette and De Bruin. But Essex immediately gets that puck and able to clear it. Coming down the other way. Picked up by Wilson, throwing it to the other side. Fournette racing over to that puck. Doesn't get there in time, but Wilson will pick it right back up, lose it. Coltnut gets up along the wall to put some stops to it. Trying to dig it out is Wilson. Wilson does come out with it. Rohde will pick it up, give it up the boards for De Bruin. De Bruin picks it up, and she's got some room to skate, taking it up along the right side wall. She tries to put it out towards the front. Nothing there. De Bruin gets pushed down, nothing called. And the Red Raiders have a chance to skate it up the other way. 1-on-2. Coleman unable to get in front of that. Taking it around. This girl can fly. Putting it up to the blue line. Putting it out in front. Shot opportunity. Saved by Walton. This is not how you want to be spending your power play when your own zone with face-off. The the Vortex still have a minute, 4 seconds remaining on this power play. Face-off tied up, but won by Adams. Giving up the boards for Rohde. Rohde trying to race to that puck, doesn't get to it, but it's picked off by Adams, and Adams has got some room to skate with St. Louis charging in behind. Nice move made by Adams, but she does lose the puck, and it does get the clear. Verbijar circling with it down in her zone. She'll look to take it up herself, has the room for it, cutting it up the middle, taking it out wide. Shot towards the net, goes a little high. Up the boards, Rohde unable to keep it in. McKindo picks it up, gives it cross ice to Verbijar. Verbijar stick handles with it. Looks to make another move, she'll just dump it into the zone. A.V. Ward picks that one up, and she turns on the burners coming up the other way. McKindo gets a stick on it, trying to get rid of it in time. She does. McKindo giving good pressure down in the corner. But A.V. Ward comes out with that in the Red Raiders' favor. Barone digging for it down there too, giving up top to the blue line. The Red Raiders will have a shot, put it towards the net, pad saved by Walton. Trying to throw it back towards the front of the net. Verbijar able to get that clear. Walton will pick it up, give it up to Barone, and Barone's got some room to skate. The power play has concluded. It's back to even strength, and the Red Raiders going to pick on it. McKindo picks it up. She'll look to take some room, skating room with it. But the Vortex are offside. Good catch there by Adams. McKindo hard pass over towards Barone, but Barone doesn't catch it. Another hard pass, not caught by anybody. McKindo will pick it up down in the Vortex zone. Skating around, looking for something to do with it. Tries to get it over to Barone. Gives it to the Red Raiders. Makes up for it and blocks the shot. Sticks it, still skating with it. The Red Raiders circling down in the Vortex zone. Tries to throw it out front, nothing there. Putting it towards the front of the net. Easily covered by Walton, but it's still out there loose. Barone will pick it up and have some room to skate. A.V. Ward quickly breaks that opportunity up though, and Ward's got a chance to shoot. Shot goes way wide. Wilson almost picks off that puck. Walton will pick it up along the wall, trying to get it over to Wilson. Picked off by De Bruin, and De Bruin's got a lane to skate herself. She'll take it up the right or the left side with A.V. Ward trailing behind. Trying to drop it back for Barone. Not good. Throwing it towards the net. Rebound is there, but Walton's just a little far behind. And the Red Raiders get to come back on another chance. Barone with a good pick. Falls over in the process. Nothing called. Walton trying to get the diving pass over towards De Bruin. St. Louis skates that one in. Shot way over the net. Fight up against the wall for the puck. Comes out in the Vortex favor. St. Louis takes a tumble in a battle with Colnut. Gets taken down hard. Nothing called. And that'll bring us to the end of this first period. At the end of this first period, the score is 0-0. Both teams playing excellent games with lots of opportunities going throughout both. But nobody able to find that back of the net. Barone with a close opportunity towards the end of that second, but unable to put it towards it. Lots of hockey left to be played. The Vortex look to regroup, come out with a better mindset. We'll be back with your second period action shortly.
He's got more in there.
Start of the second period has begun. The Red Raiders start with a face-off win, taking it into the Vortex zone. They'll cut up the middle, trying to get a shot opportunity. Nice play there by the Red Raiders, but the Vortex will get drawn for the penalty. A good opportunity there by the Red Raiders, cutting it up the middle, and just catches the skate or the stick of Verbijar, and she'll head to the box on a 2-minute tripping penalty. And that'll give the Red Raiders a 2-minute power play, which is not good for the Vortex at this moment. Face-off won by Frody. Frody will pick it up in her own end, makes a nice move, trying to get that clear. De Bruin able to get that puck out, but she does take a trip in the process. Nothing gets called. The Red Raiders circling with it down in their zone. They'll take it in themselves, cutting it up the middle, looking for a shot, puts it towards the net, head off the post. Still down with the puck in the corner. McKindo gets a piece of it, trying to knock it away. Rhodey will pick it up, trying to put it up the boards. McKindo trying to get it out too, and they'll get that clear. Colnut fires it down the other way. With it down to the Red Raiders zone. De Bruin giving them pressure. Nice move made by A.V. Ward. Stick handling with it over to the other side. De Bruin remaining with her. Gives her another choice, but this move around again. Try to get across ice. Riz Rhodey almost gets a piece of it. Nobody there to pick up that pass. And McKindo's got a race to get to that puck in the corner. Bodies flying. And McKindo picks that puck up. Rhodey trying to clear it. But they remain in possession of it. Block shot by Peyton Colnut. First to the corner. Stick is getting held. Nothing called. Put out in front of the net. Nothing there. Nice move made by St. Louis. Trying to cut out front. She'll put it out front. Shot saved by Walton. Wow. Shot towards the net. Just misses the pad of Walton. Throwing it towards the front of the net again. Nobody there. Ada St. Louis remains possession of that puck down in the Vortex zone. Trying to throw it out front again. Nothing there. Puts it out to the left side for a shot. Pad saved by Walton. St. Louis still with possession. Loses that puck up along the wall. Colnut giving good pressure. Picked up behind the net. Dropped back for St. Louis. St. Louis tries to give it up top to the blue line. She does get it. Tries to put it down below again. De Bruin picks it up. Tries to get that clear. Doesn't get it down the ice, but it does come out. With 7 seconds remaining on this Verbijar penalty, she's going straight to the bench. Walton without her stick. McKindo looking for some room to skate. She gets knocked down. Nothing called. But Ryan Adams has got some room to skate. She makes a nice move cutting out the right. Almost makes another nice move. But a good stop by the Raiders puts an end to that chase. Coming back the other way on even strength. Wilson picks it up, gets it over to Adams, but Adams can't get her stick on it as it goes wide. Puck is still out there loose. Walton picks it up, skating up the middle, and she gets called for offside. It's so fun watching Bryn play hockey. It's so fun watching Bryn play hockey.
That was close. It was only
I know, she almost had an opportunity. So Barone just goes offside, and that'll get a whistle just outside the zone with Adams taking that face off. Won by the Vortex, taken by Colnut, given over to the Bruin, who has been bumped up the defense. Bruin will just fire it back in. Adams off to the races with Barone coming to help. Giving up the boards, broken up, picked up by Adams, lost in the feet. Colnut puts the shot towards the net. Rebound is there, but it goes wide. Bryn Walton almost had another chance. Shot is still there. Nice save by the Essex Red Raiders. Walton ends up on the ground. The Red Raiders trying to make something happen here. Makes a couple of nice moves, loses a couple of defenders. Skating it into the Vortex zone, cutting it up the middle. Broken up, patted away by Walton. Thrown out front again. Opportunity broken up by De Bruin. Thrown out front again. Nothing there. Adams trying to get that puck out of the zone. Picked up by Colnut. And Colnut may have a lane to skate. Take it yourself. Taking it up the left wall. She'll dump it in. Up along the wall. Walton breaks up that opportunity. Down below is Adams helping her out. Adams making a couple of nice moves, but they do lose the puck and it comes out the other way. Not picking it up. Verbijar will take it. Bryn's got to come offside, and that will bring us to a whistle. As Walton couldn't get onside, looked at the puck and tried to turn around. But good chances happening here for this Vortex team. The faceoff will come to the right on the outside of the zone. Fournette, Rhodey, and Wilson up on the front. Wilson has been bumped up to forward with the Bruin heading back on defense. Verbijar gets a stick on it, or a skate on it. Comes out the other way. St. Louis might have an opportunity. Trying to cut it up towards the middle. Hits off the mask of Walton. As a teammate of Ryan Walton, I assume she wants to score bad. A former teammate of Walton, too, A.V. Ward on the Red Raiders. Stick handling with it. Gives it down to St. Louis below. Trying to throw it out front for nobody. Rhodey picks it up, and Rhodey turns on the Jets. Takes it up the left side. Coming in, flying is A.V. Ward. Fournette will get the puck and fire it into the zone. Whittleson racing over towards the puck. A nice move made there by A.V. Ward. They'll try to finish that clear. They do. St. Louis picks it up, gets picked. Verbijar putting up a good defensive fight there, but they pick it up, throw it into the Vortex zone, and something is called for offside. close game.
A lot of words.
Do they have overtime?
I don't know, but
I hope so. That'd be cool.
let's not get there. Very one.
Gee, did I just see the wave? Did I just see the wave? G just tried doing the wave. G. Face off won by the Vortex. Bruin picks it up, gives it up the boards for Barone. Barone doesn't get a good piece on her stick, and it's given back to the Red Raiders, who give it up along the wall, fluffs the pass stretch. Colnut goes flying into the boards. Nothing called. Does come out of the Vortex zone. Colnut giving good pressure. Looks like she's up on forward right now. Walton picks off that pass, thrown into the Essex zone, and Walton's the lone link down there. Giving good pressure up in the middle of the ice. Able to clear that zone, but it's picked up by the Bruin, who puts it right back off the boards. Put right up the center of the ice, back over to Colnut in the Vortex zone. Colnut tries to get it up in the air to over Adams. Barone will pick it up, and Barone's got a 3-on-1. Trying to throw it towards the net, but she doesn't have enough time. Still has possession of it. Still trying to throw it towards the front of the net. A lot of body pressure coming from behind there, and he doesn't get the opportunity. Walton almost puts a stop to that. Bruin will pick it up, fire it back in. Given over to the right side. McKindo coming over to break up the pass. And both bodies go flying into the boards. Adams meets that puck up along the wall, trying to get up the boards for Barone. Still pinned up along the wall, and Barone finally gets that puck. Raiders take it over, put it towards the net, off the crossbar, catches a piece of Walton's shoulder. It doesn't go anywhere. Good play by Walton, gets rid of that puck. Given back up to the blue line, but it's fired right back into the corner. Rolls behind the net. De Bruin will pick it up, give it up along the boards. Trying to get a successful clear. Flies towards the net. Puck is there. Shot, scores. And the Red Raiders strike first. Get the goal to make this a 1-0 lead. The Vortex defense just fell apart there, coming up on Walton's net. He gave the opportunity out front for the Red Raiders to strike, finding the back of the net. An opportunity that so easily could have been avoided. Face off at center ice will be taken by Rhodey, won by the Raiders, and Rhodey is off to the races into the corner. 8:32 remaining in the second. The boards back over to the other side. Trying to get up center ice. Wilson gets a piece of it, and Verbijar will be the first of that puck with St. Louis racing hard. Nice move made by Verbijar. Gets that puck up along the boards. Colnut trying to finish that clear, but a good pinch by the Raiders keeps that puck in. Puck goes flying into the air after an attempted keep in. St. Louis picks it up, attempted rebound or wraparound doesn't go anywhere. Red Raiders trying to put it out front, nothing there. Shot saved by Walton, what a save. St. Louis with a good opportunity there, but Walton shuts the net down. Wilson picks that puck up, but doesn't have enough room to skate for it. Elizabeth Rhodey turning on the Jets, trying to get to that puck. Almost kept in, but Danica Wilson too far out in front. And St. Louis fires it down the other way. That will be icing. Once again, another great opportunity for Ada St. Louis coming in up front. Puck sits lone in front of Walton. St. Louis picks it up, almost finds a gap, and Walton shuts that down immediately. Face off to the left side of the Red Raiders net, with Adams taking the face off. One, give it up to McKindo. McKindo, shot, pad save, rebound is there, but it gets batted into the corner. The Red Raiders put it up the boards, it'll go down for icing, and that will be another break for the Vortex. Comes back down, and this time the face-off will be on the right side of the Essex net. Face-off taken by Adams once again. One, Livia McKindo's shot blocked, picked back up by Barone. Barone tries to put it towards the net, a blocked shot by the Raiders. Barone still with possession of that puck. McKindo nowhere to be found to pick it up. Walton has a shot, throws it towards the net. Adams has a chance, shot towards the net, good save by the Raiders. Rebound, still there, goes loose. Picked up by the Raiders. Taking up the wall, they do slip. De Bruin will pick it up. Circling with it, she'll take it behind her net. Trying to get it up the wall for Barone. Barone throws a shoulder. Puck comes out. Pinched by Barone. Barone doesn't finish it. McKindo picks it up. McKindo's got a lane to skate. She'll take it. McKindo cuts out left. Shot. Flies into the air. Nothing there. Adams with that puck out in front. Looking to make something happen. Puck comes out. Adams will pick it up at the blue line. Trying to throw it towards the middle for nobody. Walton picks it up. Another Walton. It's going everywhere. And St. Louis will come out with it. But stopped by DeBrew and immediately taken out by the Raiders. And we'll have a 1-on-2 coming the other way. Picked up by St. Louis. Shot broken up by McKindo. In the corner, DeBruin fighting with St. Louis. Wilson with it. Trying to get it up the boards for Rhodey. Put down low. St. Louis will pick that up. Trying to take it for the wraparound. Puck is out front. Rhodey gets rid of it. Shot coming up. Puts it towards the net. Hits off a couple bodies. Doesn't go anywhere. Shot taken by the stick of Walton and covered for a whistle. Face-off will be to the left side of Walton's net. Trying to get attention of the boys hockey members that are over across the way. Trying to figure out if they had won their game. Face-off won by the Vortex. Attempted clear goes nowhere. Oh, Verbijar gives a good save, but what a stop by Walton getting over to the other side. A costly giveaway by Verbijar with her skate. Shot goes towards the net, broken up. Fournette picks it up. Might have a lane to skate, but Rhodey will try to pick it up. Nothing given. Rhodey gets another chance to pick it up, and she will. Put right back up the boards. Colnut will pick that puck up. Nice move made by Colnut. Rhodey picks it up. Made of a lane to skate. She'll take it down. A.V. Ward will pick it up in the Raiders zone. Circling behind her own net, taking it up the boards. Skating up the middle, turning on the Jets. She comes in on a 2-on-2, takes Verbijar out wide, breaks a leg, puts it out front. Shot opportunity, saved by Walton. Verbijar gets that puck loose, turning on the Jets to make it to that puck. Coming down with Wilson, and she'll have no choice to put it up the boards. Still racing for that puck. A good effort coming from Verbijar. But the Red Raiders will come back the other way. Almost a pick by Adams, taking it up the middle. Shot attempt goes nowhere. What a glove save by Walton. What an opportunity for the Red Raiders to get a goal, but Walton flashes the leather, gets the whistle. Hold. Huh? Face-off won by the Vortex, put up the middle, and Walton might have a lane to skate. She's racing for it. She's got a break. Shot. Glove saved by the Red Raiders. What an opportunity there for Walton. She races out number 10 on the Raiders and almost gets that opportunity. Face-off will be to the left side of the Red Raiders net with Adams taking the face-off. Tied up, thrown towards the net by Barone, but it goes wide. Barone down with it low, trying to put it out towards the front of the net. St. Louis gets a hold of it, puts it over to the other side. Back down low. The Red Raiders take possession of it. They'll put it up the boards. Leaving it for St. Louis to pick up. St. Louis coming down on a 2-on-2 and gets called for offside on the Raiders. Face-off will come just outside the Vortex zone on the right or the left side, sorry. Tied up, taken by Adams. Adams gets it a little far ahead of herself, loses it. But given cross ice over towards the Red Raiders, she makes a nice move, loses a defender. Slap shot, pad saved by Walton. Fished over towards the corner, another stop by Walton. Put into the other corner for Barone. Red Raiders take back possession, throwing it out front. Walton picks it up, and she has a little bit of room to skate. Nice move made there, but the Raiders take it back, coming back into the Vortex zone. Trying to put the puck out front. Nothing happens. Picked away by McKindo. Barone now with possession of the puck in the corner, giving it up the boards for McKindo. Barone giving it center ice to Adams, but it's picked up by Wilson. Wilson gets poked. Adams can't keep that puck in. Vortex doesn't get called for offside. Colnut gets that puck deep into the Essex territory. Racing into it for it is Rhodey and Colnut. Giving up the boards, the Red Raiders get it center ice. Wilson there meets that puck. Runs into a body. Loses a stick. Wilson with Rhodey. Wilson loses the puck. It's up along the corner. Puck's still there. Got to find a way to get rid of it along the wall. Wilson does lose it. It'll come out. Verbijar will have some time with it. Nice move made by Verbijar. And Verbijar's got some room to skate for herself. Taking it out wide, trying to put the shot towards the net. Good defense by A.V. Ward, shoves her to the corner. A.V. Ward takes back possession of that puck, takes it behind the net, puts it over top. Picked up by Verbijar, who gives it down low for Adams. But A.V. Ward will pick it up, and she'll look to take it herself. Instead, she'll put it to the other side. Sit back on defense, taking it the right side, cutting up the middle. Shot opportunity, glove saved by Walton. Doesn't go into the glove. Colnut will pick it up, and she might take it the other way. She will. She'll come up with Adams, giving it over cross ice. Adams doesn't catch that pass. Giving over to Fournette. Fournette doesn't get her stick on it. And it'll come back. 1-on-2, 2-on-2. Shot towards the net, blocked by Colnut's skate. Back out towards the front of the net. Adams is there to pick up that puck. She gives it cross ice to Walton, and Walton doesn't catch that pass. Racing towards it with A.V. Ward. Doesn't get it. They give it up the boards for Adams, who meets that puck. Trying to cut it up the front. Making a couple of nice moves. Stick handling with it, gives it up to McKindo. McKindo, shot towards the net, glove saved by the Raiders. Rebound's there. Rebound's still there. Where's the puck? Face off to the right side. What happened there? I think there's some people calling it a goal, saying it went in.
Yeah, why not? Where are you, kids? 10 minutes in.
But with a minute left, the Vortex will pull the goaltender and get that extra attacker on the ice with Adams, Rhodey, and Walton on to kill it in this last minute of play. Face-off won by the Raiders, picked up in the corner. They'll try to throw it up the wall. It's picked up by St. Louis. St. Louis gets wide, and she'll have a lane to get that puck towards the net. Almost broken up by De Bruin. St. Louis has that chance. She gets the empty netter. With 46 seconds remaining in this second period action, the Vortex give up another goal after pulling the goalie in an attempt to get back the lead. Fournette will pick that puck up, trying to put it in between the legs of A.V. Ward, loses it. Down along the wall, they do get it up the boards. Colnut gives a good body. Puts it up the boards, loses it in the process, picked back up by the Raiders. Barone struggling with it along the boards, and they have a break. Coming up the middle, taking it out wide, has a lane, trying to throw it towards the net. Shoulder saved by Walton. Rebound broken up by Wilson. Wilson might have a lane to skate, but the Red Raiders made her in her tracks. Fournette, lone person in the corner with that puck, gives it up to the center of the ice. Nobody there to pick it up. Stick handling with it down in her own zone, trying to kill off clock. Ward skating around with it, and she'll be a jerk and kill off the rest of the clock. And that'll bring us to the end of that second period and the second game for the girls. The girls end their tournament with an 0-2 record with games unknown for tomorrow. Falling 2-0 to the Essex Red Raiders. A hard-fought game for both teams. But once again, the Vortex just could not find the back of that net. 2 games in a row where they haven't been able to get a puck into the back of the net. No goal scorers for these guys. There may be an opportunity for them to have a game tomorrow as a consolation. or maybe even another chance at life. But a great tournament from these girls overall. Walton standing on her head in between the net for both games, allowing 2 goals on probably 60 shots. And a great outstanding performance from players like Adams, McKindo, Barone, DeBruin, and Colnut. All names, but every single player outshined and performed during this tournament. Thank you for watching today's last live stream for the girls' game. Keep up to date on the Instagram in case there are any more games for both the boys and the girls. If there are, they will be broadcasted tomorrow. The links will be posted and times for the games. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching today. We hope you enjoyed all 3 games, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please stay updated with the Instagram in case there are any more games for tomorrow.